Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And over the last few weeks, we've been acting like old farmers and talking about the weather. And it's been in the southeast a rather unique one in that January, February, and March were incredibly warm, and then April decided to compensate. So we went from being way ahead of schedule to things really slowing down. And in the videos, I've talked about, insects being driven almost exclusively by temperature. Then Fred Yelverton added into it some threshold temperatures as far as seed germination, and then also putting day length or photo period into the equation on how the weather and time of year actually impacts pests issues. So today we're going to have Dr. Jim Kearns, one of the world's leading turfgrass pathologists, talk a little bit about how this weather and weather in general affects turfgrass diseases, and help you understand just what this weather means, not only in the southeast, but weather patterns in general in the springtime. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jim.
Thank you, Rick, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here to talk to you about some of our diseases. And yes, this winter in February, March have been extremely warm. April kind of took a setback, but one of the things fungi respond to, as well as temperature, is moisture. Moisture is one of the most important factors that fungi need, and interestingly enough, about April, even though it was cool, it was also one of the windiest on record. So it's kept things pretty dry. So at first I was very worried that diseases were going to start much earlier than we thought, but as normal, Mother Nature had an equilibration. But by mid-May, I think we will be ready for some of our applications for soil-borne diseases like Pythium root rot, summer patch. So point being is not only temperature, but keep in mind of how much moisture we have had in order to investigate fungal diseases. So again, I really do appreciate you having me here to talk to you. And as normal with fungi, they're very good at sensing their environment, even better than we are. So they will only start to develop when those conditions are right. And it's temperature and again, moisture that are very important. So thank you very much for having me, and I hope this is helpful. Thanks.
Thank you, Jim. Hope that helps make things a little more clear. And obviously what you learned from this year probably won't apply to next year because every year is a little bit different. But the better understanding you have of how environmental factors influence pest problems, the better you'll be at management. Look forward to seeing you again soon.